Welcome Reckless Wanderers, this is Robert again with the week 4 update of my Flameblast Castman channeling Firestorm Elementalist. We just dinged level 92 after playing a lot of red maps, so I was basically playing between tier 12s and tier 14s all the time, having a good chunk of the right side of the Atlas explored. Still missing a lot of the left side though. I'm trying to collect the maps to basically unlock them slowly, and only had one pretty cheap and dirty death due to Piety, Shrine Piety, that I ran with 100% increased lightning damage, and she hit me twice while I shield charged into the wrong direction. Got hit by her lightnings that came from above and insta-gipped me, but apart from that, no deaths so far. Leveling goes pretty smoothly. In this video I mostly want to cover items. I actually managed to run my first Zoff breach, which was also a breeze, but obviously I didn't get the amulet and I also did not get a blessing. So now I have to collect Zoff breach splinters again and wait until I have the 100 completed. Same goes for the fusings. I'm at 420 fuses, Kappa. No, it is really 420. And I overrolled 6 5-links, but my Cloak of Flame just does not want to 6-link. I hope it does one day and not just before the league ends. Apart from that, what I want to cover in this video is the items and the skills I'm using, since I didn't go into too much detail. So right now, as I mentioned before, my main setup is Flameblast, Castman channeling, Fire Pen, Firestorm, increased area of effect. Yes, I removed control destruction for Ink AoE because this increases the map clear speed by a lot, by not having to stack to 10 but still hitting the entire screen. And like 6-7 stack is mostly enough to kill even tier 14 mobs easily. When it comes to bosses, I switch in Control Destruction, and once I have a 6-link I will use Control Destruction together with increased area of effect and then swap in Conk. My main gems all hit level 20. I'm leveling, I flipped my other set that I had that was also level 20. I flipped them for 20 quality and I'm leveling them up again now to get level 20 in order to corrupt them, to hope to hit +1. If that doesn't happen, then I have to do it all over again. I also upgraded pieces of my gear, so I have a new ring. This one mainly because of the high life roll and the high dexterity roll. Dexterity for me is very important. I'm very low on dex and I need dex for Arctic Armor and Cunning Strike and faster attacks for my shield charge. Arctic Armor, by the way, it has such a huge synergy with Cloak of Flame. I didn't really realize that before, but Cloak of Flame converts physical damage taken to fire damage, and Arctic Armor reduces both fire damage and physical damage. And if you then also use Ruby Flask to boost up your fire rest to 82%, physical attacks aren't really a problem anymore. It's really great. It's really great. Didn't notice that interaction before, but very strong. So back to the gear. So dexterity on the ring, high life roll, a bit of life regen, and I crafted mana regen on that, so pretty decent. My other ring, I probably will never replace that anyway because it also has like a crazy life and fire resist roll, and I was able to craft mana on that. I also upgraded the amulet. The previous amulet that I had more life, but this one actually has cast speed and also dexterity, so that was definitely a step up. All my other gear is unchanged. The belt has, I also will probably not change this. This has a decent life roll, good resists. I would want to have mana instead of energy shield and maybe a life based over, also basically a leather belt over a chain belt. But so far I couldn't find any. Gloves, high life roll, 2 good resists and dexterity. I will probably not change them. The helmet I want to change. Life roll is kinda meh and it only has 1 resist. But I was able to craft mana on that. And the boots are so terrible. But I don't know. I mean, I've been identifying so many rare boots and also crafting like alking boots here and there, but I'm not able to hit a decent life roll with 30% movement speed. I really want to start running labs to get the life and mana leech enchantment on that, but it's just not happening, which is sad. And finally, the shield is also, it has mana, it has life, but the rolls are just so bad. I really want to upgrade this, but this is very difficult because of the resists the shield offers. If I take the shield off, my resists go down by a lot, since it is on an Archon base with a plus 12 Ores. So it's going to take me a while to get a shield to replace that. So there's still a lot of stuff to upgrade, which is awesome. That's basically the most fun you have in solo self-found, is upgrading your gear gradually, grinding them levels. I have one more life node to pick up. That's going to be level 93, and level 94 and 95 I will try to get the last jewel socket. I did prepare a tab with all blue jewels that I ever found, and once I don't need to buy jewelers and fusings, once I have a 6-link, I can actually start collecting alterations to craft nice jewels. Because the jewels I have right now, they are okay. So I have cast speed and cast speed, but it's nothing too fancy. So I wish I can get like a 5 to 6% life roll with cast speed on here as well, and add another one into the third socket. And that's pretty much it for the 4th week. I'm not going to be able to play too much this week. Also next week I'm not around, so maybe I do a small update on Friday if anything like crazy happens. Otherwise expect me to be back for the 5th video in around 2 weeks. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in game. And this is Robert. Bye.